Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 218. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. I have a few finished objects to show you and a couple of works in progress, as always. So let's just get started and I'll show you what I did. Okay, so for my finished objects, I have a preemie hat. Now this is preemie hat number 2 for the month of August. I'm trying to do 4 each month to donate to the Halloween hat drive, one of my local hospitals here for their NICU department. And so I'm trying to do 4 per month. I started back in January, so then way by October I will have 40 to donate, and that will be breaking my record. Last year I donated 30, and so this time I want to try to do 40. Anyway, so this is preemie hat number 2 for August, okay? And it is a Sully hat. Now this pattern is by hopefulhoney.com, I believe. I'll put a link below in the description box of the video of the pattern where you can find it. Anyway, it's so cute. I used I think it calls for worsted weight yarn, but I used DK weight yarn and a very small hook, like a 3mm or something, because I was trying to get it down preemie sized, and this is the best I could do. So it's still a little larger than extra preemie, but I think it'll be a good size. So anyway, that's my Sully hat to go along with the Mike hat that I have already done. So, and like I said, this is preemie hat number 2 for the month. Okay, I'm looking to see, oh, there's Teddy coming in, if you probably heard all that. Okay, the next thing, I showed this in one of my Vlogust videos a few days ago, but I hadn't showed it here on the podcast this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and show you. So if you've seen this, well, then you'll just get another look at it. If you haven't, then it's new for you. Anyway, I finished the Feel Better Friends doll. Now this is supposed to be, this was like my test doll that I needed to make to kind of show the organization my handiwork. And so I picked a doll. No, you're supposed to pick somebody that you know, and so I picked my great niece, and so this doll is patterned after a picture of her. I hadn't gotten permission to put her picture on my video, so because she's not quite 3, but anyway, it does look quite like her, I think. She does have a ponytail in the picture and a headband with butterflies on it, so there's the headband, and she's got a yellow dress in the picture, and so I think it turned out pretty good. She's got brown eyes, and I did brown eyes for the doll, okay? So anyway, I'm real happy with it. And so since I did this and I was able to show, or I posted it to the Facebook group page of the Feel Better Friends organization, they loved it, and so they accepted me as a volunteer maker, or I think that's what they call us. And so there you go. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in the upcoming section. Okay, so that is finished object number 2. Now finished object, well, it's a group. For number 3, it's a group, but these are the backpack buddies that I've been sharing throughout this week, just in case if you haven't been following the Vlogust videos and you're just watching my regular episode videos, then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I showed this past week over there. Okay, so the first one, this is no particular order because I didn't put them in order as far as which ones I showed, but anyway, let's just go with it. Okay, so I made a sock monkey, so here's my sock monkey head. Backpack buddy. Okay, so I made this one, and I showed that one in one of my Vlogust. And then the next one is Mike, so I made a Mike one. This one I think turned out really cute. I love his eyelid. I just think it turned out really cute. See, really cute. Okay, so that is Mike. The next one is Winnie the Pooh. I really love this one. I think it's super cute. Winnie the Pooh. Okay, and I will post links to the patterns, all these patterns. I will post links below in the description box. Okay, they're free patterns. Okay, the next one is this one, which is a Pokeball. It's a little fat on the bottom because my white yarn was a little bit thicker than the red and the black that I used. Okay, so Pokeball. And the next one is a Pikachu. I had to do Pikachu since I did a Pokeball. So there's that one. That one, he turned out pretty big. Bigger than some of these other ones. Okay, and the next one I'm going to show you is this one, which is a koala bear. Or koala, not koala bear, just koala. So there is that one, okay? So that is the ones that I showed since last Thursday when I had my last podcast episode. Now I did show a new one today, but I'll hold off on that one. If you want to see that one, I will link the Vlogust video, today's Vlogust video down below, and so you can pop over and see that one if you want to see it before I show it next week. Okay. So that's it. Let's go on to works in progress. So for my works in progress, I started another preemie hat because this one, the Sully one, is number 2 for the month. So I need to do 2 more, and it's already August the 19th. So I needed to get some more done. And so this one is just the beginning, and it's going to be a raccoon hat. All I've got done is the dark gray, I was going to say green, dark gray pieces, which is the top part of the hat, and then I've got his ears. This is going to be like the outer ears, okay? Now this is a pattern by Sarah Zimmerman, which is Repeat Crafter Me, and now pop in a picture right here of what this hat is going to look like when it's finished, okay? So here it is. Okay, so that is the raccoon hat. I have made that pattern before. I don't think I made it last year. I think I made it the year before last. But anyway, I'm at the point where I need to change to the lighter gray color, so I need to, that's why I went ahead and cut it off. This is just the top of the head. And so now I'm going to switch to the lighter gray. Did I say green again? I don't know. Anyway, gray, the lighter gray at the bottom of the hat. And then there is some inner ears that is lighter gray that I will make and then stitch onto this, the outer ear part, before I sew it onto the hat. Okay. In the picture, there she had some side pieces that were like stuck out, like that's supposed to be like tufts of hair on either side of the raccoon's face. Well, I made those the last time I did that. I made those, and I'm not going to put them on there this time just because those pieces, they little tufts or whatever they are, they don't stick out. They ended up, I remember they ended up being all folded and wonky, and I was always having to straighten them, and so I'm just not even going to put them on there. I think the hat's going to be fine without them. So that's the only thing I'm going to be doing differently as far as that. Let's see, so started working on that, okay, and then I started working on this. This is going to be gifts for my great niece, my great niece who is the recipient of the doll. This is going to go to her for her birthday. Her birthday's in October. Okay, so this is going to be part of her Christmas, I guess. Well, one of them is going to be for her, and the other one, I had to make 2. One's going to be for her, one's going to be for my great nephew, and the younger one. The older my oldest great nephew, I already made him one, and so now the little ones want one too, so you know how that goes. So I am making some more of the Among Us characters. Let's see, I'll find a picture of the red. I made a red one back in January, and I gave it to my great nephew for his birthday, which is in January. And so I will put that picture. I'll find it, and I'm sure it's on my computer. And I'll find it, and I'll put it right here, so that way you can see what these characters are supposed to look like. Okay, so that is the characters, and I'm using that same pattern, and I will link that pattern below in the description box. But anyway, so I'm making a blue one, and so this is what I've gotten so far. I've just got his legs, and I'm working on the, growing the top part, and then it will decrease then I'll, fasten it off, and it'll be all stuffed, and then you make that visor that goes in the front. They're supposed to be like little astronauts, I think. So they have the little visor, and I do that separate and then sew it onto this piece. And then I have to do their little air tank that's the same color as the yarn and sew them on the back side. So That's basically what you have to do. But anyway, so this one's the blue one. I'm going to be making that for my great nephew, the little one, his little brother, so the little great nephew. So this is the blue one that's going to be going to him. And then my great niece, the one that is this, she wants one too, and so, but I'm going to make hers purple. So I think I've got some worsted weight purple. Yeah, I do. It's over there. Kind of a medium dark kind of darkish medium purple. Anyway, so I'll be using that color to make one exactly like this, but in purple for her. Okay, so that is my works in progress number 2. Okay, and now works in progress number 3. This episode is all about the amigurumis, except for a couple of except for the 2 preemie hats. That's it. But everything else is amigurumi. So I'm not sure if you call these amigurumis or they're just stuffed dolls, whatever. I don't know, but they're all stuffed things that I'm making. So, works in progress number 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 is this one. I had a request last night. We went to church last night, and afterwards we had a little get together, but when we stood outside and had popsicles, they were handing out. And so the little girl came up to me and she asked me, do you still crochet? And I said, yeah, because I had given her a backpack buddy about 3 years ago, maybe. I made her one. It was a unicorn. And so now she's about, I'm terrible with ages, but I think she's about maybe 13, 12, 13, something like that. Anyway, she asked me if I could make a bee, and I said, well, do you want another backpack buddy, which is like this size, a little bee, or do you want something like this size? And she said, oh no, I want something like this size. And I said, okay, I can make you a bee. And so I had the perfect pattern already in my Ravelry library, just bookmarked, and so I've already started it. So this is what I've gotten so far on the bee. Okay, worsted weight yarn, E-hook. I'm using an E-hook, which is a 3.5 millimeter. I'm using that on just about everything I'm working on right now. Anyway, let me pop in a picture right here. Oh, this pattern is by Grace and Yarn. I think that's what it's called, Grace and Yarn. And I'll pop in a picture right here of the bee when it's finished. It's real super cute. It's going to be. So here it is. Okay, so isn't that cute? Like I said, I've had that kind of bookmarked for a long time, and I've always wanted to make it. I just thought it was so cute, and so this is a perfect excuse for me to make one. So that is what I'm doing with this. Okay, I had to redo it because I started. And for some reason, I guess I was thinking that the pattern was done from the top down, and the bee's head is yellow, okay, and there's no stripes on it in that pattern. And so I started with the yellow, and I started making this part until I got all the increases done, and then you start doing repeats of the rounds to, you know, make it go down. Well, I got all the way, and then it said change to yellow, and I was like, oh, I'm already using yellows. So I had to rip it all out. I didn't read the direction, you know, I didn't read it close enough that I was supposed to start with the black, so that way I could change to the yellow, because it's going from the bottom up. So anyway, oh well. This is going to be a great pattern. I've made Grace and Yarn patterns before. I've done a couple of them, and I know this is going to turn out really great. And an easy pattern, you know, no big surprises. But the head and the body is one piece, which is great because you don't have to sew the head onto the body. You know, you just continue on to this. When you're finished with the body, you decrease down, and then you start increasing again, okay? And that makes like the neck, and then you start working on the head. Anyway, so there is my bee. Super cute. And let's see, that is all that I've worked on, I think. That's enough, right? So let's go on to upcoming. Okay, so upcoming, I said that I was going to talk a little bit more about the Feel Better Friends. Okay, so I got my first assignment for a Feel Better Friends doll, so that's awesome. I'm excited to get started. This one's going to be a little boy doll, and so I've already I've gotten the yarn together and almost about to start. So I'll probably work on that this evening, get a good start on him. Anyway, so I have a request because, okay, so when the people request a Feel Better Friends doll, they fill out a questionnaire, okay, and they send it to the administrators that then, you know, assign it to the makers, okay? Anyway, so when they fill out that form, they can pick different things like eye color and hair color, and they tell, you know, a little bit about the child, their likes and different things. Well, anyway, they also pick the skin tone color, okay? And so they have about 5 different options that they can pick from. You know, they have a darker color, and then different middle shades, and then a pale or a lighter color, you know. So that way, we try to personalize and customize the doll as much as we can to make it look like that child, okay? And so she requested, the one that I got, it was requested to make the medium tone, the medium color, okay? So it even has suggested yarn color. I saw it somewhere, suggested yarn colors using Red Heart Super Saver. And so it had, like, the darkest tone was you use the Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway coffee, and then the next one is the cafe latte, which I have that, and I have the coffee color. It's down there somewhere. Anyway, okay, and then the next color is that medium tone color. And then they have a lighter one, that's the buff, the Red Heart Super Saver buff, which I have that. And then there's a one, I think it's Aran, A-R-A-N, that one's even lighter than this one, okay? Well, that medium tone is called, the suggested colorway is Red Heart Super Saver in warm brown. Okay, well, so I was looking for warm brown because that's one that I don't have, and I was looking to see, well, do I have something that would fit those colors, or, you know, be something I could use instead. Well, I really don't have anything. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and I found this color, and now this is light taupe, and I love this yarn, and it is lighter than Cafe Latte, but it isn't, well, you can't tell, but it is actually darker than the buff, but just barely. I mean, really, it looks like the same color, but this is the only thing that I could find. So actually, this one is a little bit lighter than I really wanted to use. I want to use the warm brown, but I don't have it. So I looked to see if I could order it or see what store had it, and it looks to me like that they're discontinuing that yarn. So my request is that if any of you have Red Heart Super Saver warm brown that you be willing to part with or trade. I can trade other yarn. I have quite a bit of selection of different things. I could maybe trade with you if you'd like to try out something that I have, or we can make a trade somehow, a craft swap, or I can make, you know, when I get my machine back, as you can see, my sewing machine is still gone. I could make, you know, sew you a little bag, or whatever you want to trade. Let me know if you have that and willing to part with it. The Red Heart Super Saver in the warm brown colorway. So send me a message down in my email address, which is down below, and we'll talk, and we'll see what we can come up with as far as a trade or whatever. I really appreciate it. I really would like to have a little supply of that colorway. Yeah, until I can find a substitute for it, or at least I would have it so I could kind of compare it to other brands to see if I could find some substitute for it for in the future. So anyway, think about it, and if any of you have that and are willing to do some business with me, let me know. Send me an email. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so that is all of that. So now upcoming Vlogmas is continuing. Today is the 19th, so I have I've already done today's, but then I'll have the 20th, which is tomorrow, up into the 31st. So I have a few more to go, and so that'll be the end of Vlogmas. And then at the end of Vlogmas, I'm going to get with you, Rebecca, because Rebecca of Yarn and Pajamas, we're going to start doing something together sometime in September. I'll have to see how we can coordinate it, but it'll be kind of a something take off from Whipwall Wednesday, okay? And so we're thinking of doing some type of collab together, and I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be something that maybe other people would like to join me as well, just like the Movie and Stitch. So be looking for that. That's upcoming when we get it all the wrinkles ironed out of it, and then we'll present it. Okay, and then what else? Oh, and Movie and Stitch, our upcoming Movie and Stitch is this upcoming Wednesday, or mine will be, and I will be making a video on that day. Besides the Vlogmas video, I'll be doing the Movie and Stitch video, and it'll be my movie that starts with the letter Q. So we're coming down, we're going down to getting down close to the end of the alphabet. So I hope you're still enjoying watching that and maybe getting some good movie ideas on things to watch. Okay, and let's see, I think that is it. I'll have two more, well, once I finish this Raccoon hat, I'll have two more preemie hats that I need to do to get my 4 in for the month. So as soon as I finish this Raccoon, I'm going to be picking another one so I can get on to the next one. And all these amigurumis, check back and see if I get finished with any of them for next week. Still working on the camel of the nativity set, although I didn't work on it at all since last Thursday. I talked to you before, so didn't have anything to show for that. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm sure I have talked your ear off because it seems like I've been on here a while. So everybody have a great evening. Come back tomorrow if you're following my Vlogmas videos, and we'll do Vlogmas Day 20. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. I really appreciate you all. I enjoy all the wonderful comments that you give me down in the description, not the description, but down in the comments. I really enjoy it. I read them all, and I heart them all, so that way if you get a little heart, you know that I did read it. And I try to comment on, I'm not able to comment on all of them, but I try to comment on as many as I can. But I do definitely read them all, and they're so very sweet it is so very sweet of you to put a comment down in the comment section. It's just, I love getting the feedback. So if you haven't subscribe to my channel, then please consider doing so, and follow me on my adventures of all these projects that I work on. I really appreciate it, and I love being able to talk to people that are like-minded and enjoy talking about yarn and crafty things and crocheting and all that good, wonderful stuff. Okay, now I'm going to go. So, like I said, come back tomorrow and we'll do Vlogmas Day 20, or otherwise I'll be doing that, and then Wednesday Movie and Stitch, and then back again on Thursday for the Yarnjoy podcast next episode. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, if I don't get a visit with you tomorrow, I mean, I'll be here. I hope that you'll be here and watch me. So we'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.